Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed it. It was actually pretty smooth. I can't read my writing. Glen Rots. And Mr. Magazine is finally sobered up after last week.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
All right.
Some people are not applauding that.
That's true. First out the box, 23 minutes early. This is huge.
That is huge.
Triple J is in the house, and he is very devoted. After Triple J, we got Triple F.
And thank you for being
Fantastic Fossils. Go ahead.
Thank you for being a member.
All right. Awesome Antiquarians here. Marvelous Michael.
And thank you for being a member.
Dandy Dave. Thank you.
Thank you for being a member.
Awesome Dandy Don.
Hello, and thank you for being a member.
Thank you.
People are going to come across a book of incantations and slowly possessing each of our souls. There's always that possibility. I'm not going to discount that. You never know what I come across in the deals that I end up making. All right, everybody. So fun show tonight. We're all set up for. So why don't you say hello to the newest person that came in?
All right. Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels in the house, and Cool Kevin's here as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hold on.
Okay.
The awesome Aaron Whitmore, my buddy and driver of all over the country.
Oh, thank you, Aaron. It is a Michael Kors. The only problem with it is it's missing a pocket here, and that's very, very annoying. Mrs. Papergoy, this is actually a slim fit. Mrs. Papergoy actually calls it a slim fat. So she can be
putting us to sleep. I think he's talking about my Mercedes.
She
AMG.
can be not nice sometimes. Slim fat.
This is, yeah, I know. This is what I'm going to wear when I, start racing my AMG around the block. All right, Jersey Jackass is in the house. I don't know if you're from Jersey, but it sounded cool.
Locked in your house without a vehicle. Yeah, there you go. Well, at some point, they'll take the ankle monitor off and you'll be fine.
Jay-Z Jeff's in the house. How you doing?
All right, so we'll start the show off as we always do. How are sales? Take it away, Mr. Magazine. Everybody else, tell us in the chat.
eBay's been average to crap. Which I'm okay with because now I can make up for my eBay crap sales with my stupendous Whatnot sales.
Whoa, wait, you're selling on Whatnot?
Yeah, and believe it or not, my last two Whatnot sales were better than my daily eBay sales. So I'm loving this stuff. I'm putting time into it, sorting records, and it's the best thing ever. Yeah, so but we'll get into my sales maybe in a little bit.
Wait, when do you sell on Whatnot?
Every Saturday and Sunday morning, 8 till 12. And now we have a special pop-up Thursday tomorrow from minimum 6 to 8. I'm going to hope he stays a little longer than 2 hours because the more he stays, the more I make. I can't argue with that. But I found some good stuff. Bob Dylan records, those are going to be in there. Early Fat Boys records, those are going to be in there. So,
wow.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm loving it, though, and we'll keep it coming.
You're bringing the noise, but enough about Bob Dylan.
DVD sites, top-notch. Adult sites average to really good. Amazon's pretty steady, so just eBay is my my little crutch. But like I said,
let's stop for a minute. Pull back for a minute. Isn't that funny?
It's very funny that eBay. Because if you went back 7 years, oh my God, if I got kicked off eBay, I'm screwed. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Now I'm like, let them kick me off. I got it covered.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
It is
and
crazy,
more and more of us are not. Obviously we don't want to be off eBay, but we would make do. Whereas years ago we wouldn't.
Well, the way I look at it is like, okay, I got 180,000 items on eBay. Now I can put them on Amazon and Whatnot. So I got backup plan. Yeah.
Long weekend was decent, but back to slow again.
Yeah.
eBay has been a dumpster fire.
Yeah, sure.
Here we are. I'm bringing the funk.
Yeah, good for you. Super Stevens in the house. Hello.
I had shut down due to the storm. Ooh, semi-good for the last couple of days.
Okay, yeah. Gonna get it back.
Sales so, but not stellar, other than one big sale.
All right, hang in there. We're just a month away.
My sales have dipped again this week, but they're better than they were in September.
Very good.
There you go.
And obviously, everyone wants to know how your sales are.
Well, they're all hanging on the edge of their chairs, wondering how my sales are. That was me hanging on the edge of my chair, in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
With my Michael Kors Slim Fat. Thank you, Mrs. Papergoy, for pointing that out. Everything's okay. eBay's okay. Can't really complain. It's a little slow today, but not too bad. Amazon's okay. Whatnot's a little slow right now for me. I think some new seller came on Whatnot's taking away all my sales. But otherwise, everything's okay right now. Not nearly where I'd like it to be, but I can't complain about my sales this month. Yeah. But here's the funny thing. Etsy, $1 million peddlers over on eBay, and Vivs-Views on eBay, all three of them had 3 sales in the last week. All 3 of them, out of those 3 sales, had 1 item that I tried to sell and whatnot and didn't sell. So it's the 3-1.
Yeah.
It's the 3-1 across the board.
Great stuff. That's awesome.
So I can't argue with that whatsoever. Promoted was 12 out of 46. So we're going down, like 25% promoted. And I've not changed anything. So that's interesting.
Yeah, mine are hit and miss.
Offers 119 older items, 289 total. Last week was 222. So last week, remember, I had Allentown Paper Show. So I wasn't able to send offers out over the weekend. 67 more offers being there all week versus missing 2 days. So that would make sense. However, here's the crazy thing. Last year, 81 offers.
Wow.
289 versus 81. I mean, that's just insane, the difference year on year. You're talking if you say 300 over 7, you're talking 41 a day. I did 81 last year for the entire week.
Jeez, that's crazy.
13 or 15 a day, whatever it is. Hello.
The algorithms know you're retired.
That's what it is. Well, I told everybody along the way. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Popular periwinkles in the house. How's it going?
How about any buys? Anybody out there buying anything? It's starting to get to the tougher times to start buying.
Man, I haven't bought much. I mentioned late, I don't know when I bought them. Remember that guy came in with the adult mags, the nudist, and the vintage Playboys. I made him an offer. I've been dealing with him for years.
You couldn't refuse?
He was a little greedy, and he said, no way.
Oh, yeah. You did mention it, yeah.
He did come back, and I ended up buying him. He felt bad that he upset me because I didn't give him a fair offer, but we made it work out. But other than that, I'm saving my pennies because Aaron's got some loading to do in the next few months. We got a big load in California. He's going to go in about a month, but we figured out we're going to save about $5,000 by renting the 18-wheeler that we took to Georgia. So if we use that, it's going to be a little more work loading and unloading and figuring out how we're going to do that. But I'm going to save about $5,000. And then we got the Oregon, Washington deal, which those 2 deals are near each other. So we're going to see if the 18-wheeler can go out there, load one, drive to the next one, load one, and maybe just pay for the whatever the rental per day and the loading time. But
so how soon until you buy an 18-wheeler?
That is, I never thought of that, but I'm going to think about it next year. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. Or I could do. They're going to come out, I think, next year. The Cyber trucks, the Cyber 18-wheelers, whatever they're called. But yeah,
there you go.
That crazy Republican that owns Tesla is going to start putting them out next year.
That is very true. I should think of that. I should put every single item up on and then just move it over eBay and it'll magically sell over there. Good point. I do like that.
The items you're selling, whatnot, actually are these people buying them or selling them on eBay anyway. So what's the difference?
That's true too. Flat of vintage antique photos and RPPC. Nice. Cool. Nice.
Awesome. Adrian's here.
And thank you for being a member.
How's it going?
Huge. A lot of trainer fiber for wow.
All right, cool.
Can't argue with that price. I'll give you $35 for it sight unseen.
Nice.
Look at that.
Can't argue with that.
That's a 16.5% profit right there. Sight unseen. Library book sale on Friday. Don, you better not be coming down to my neck of the woods because I'm going to be going to a library book sale tomorrow, but I can't go Friday because I have a junk journal auction over on Whatnot. At the time for the bag sale starts. I'm like, that was poor planning on my part.
Yeah, and speaking of Whatnot, we're thinking about having magazine Whatnot down the road.
Definitely.
Life Magazine's Don. Hint, 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 hint.
Hello, Lee.
Lucky
Cheers.
Lee. Cheers back at you. Cool, Kelly.
Evening. eBay has been a complete, that looks like a poopy face
poopy
show. One day will be solid. The next day, practically nothing. They keep making changes to the site. Q4 is not the time for this nonsense. No, you're absolutely right about that.
But it can't get worse, can it? I mean, if we just stick through this, average for a month, I think we'll be in good shape. Well, at least for Amazon, but eBay's a whole nother ballgame.
Hello.
Lucky Lewis, how's it going?
All right, that's good. That's good, Don. Mr. Magazine didn't ask, but I'll tell you anyway, whether I bought anything or not. I guess he doesn't care any longer. estate sales Thursday and Friday. I did pretty good. Going back the second day, and matter of fact, did put up some haul videos over on the membership side. So if you are a member, $6.99 a month, you did get to see a couple of great videos over there of things that I bought. We also did a deep analysis into the estate sales that were up and why I was going to certain ones and how to read which estate sales would be good to go to. So anybody who's not a member already, you should join. It's only $6.99, and I absolutely guarantee, there's no doubt at all, you will make the money. Here's the guarantee that I make. You will either make $6.99 or save $6.99 off of what you're getting. So it will pay for itself, no doubt at all. Everybody that's a member over there will tell you it's got some quality content over there.
I actually watched it, and I tore up a $5 and a $2 bill.
There you go. So we way ahead of the game. Yep.
She liked your poopy face.
The best library sales are small ones, not too much competition, as libraries do not seem to realize the value of books. Yeah, this is a moderate sized one, all with donations. I keep trying to just try things and throw stuff against the wall, just to try to move the needle. Coupons, bigger discounts, increased promotions, and sell similar. Nothing. Crickets.
Maybe try selling crickets. You could the dead ones under glass, right?
There you go. Yeah. With the butterflies and all that stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I did go to the estate sales. I was going to go to the public market. And I walked outside and I was getting rained on. And I said, you know something? In the best of times, that's not a great show or a great flea market. I don't really need to stand down and get wet and everything. So I walked back in the house and didn't go. There was also a book sale on Saturday that I only found about Saturday morning over in Greece, the Greece library sale. And I said, I don't need to go. I got other things going on. So I passed 2 sales, Mr. Magazine. Are you proud of me?
Very proud.
You do like crickets. They're yummy. There you are. So tomorrow is the book sale, but other than that, not much. Won't be doing much buying this week. Glitch of the week. This week, there were no major glitches.
Good.
However, have you ever heard, Mr. Magazine, of the saying "death by 1,000 cuts"?
I think I have.
That was this week.
Was it in Kill Bill? Oh no, that's 5-finger death punch.
I don't know.
Okay,
it's an old saying. I don't know where it came from. Like I was going on eBay and I used the scheduling thing, and you can schedule out 21 days in advance.
Wow.
So if it's 5 o'clock in the morning today, I can schedule 21 days out at 4:59 in the morning.
Cool.
Whatever. So I was scheduling at 6 o'clock in the morning for 6 o'clock in the morning out. Nope. That's too far in advance. So apparently I was 1 minute too far doing it. I'm like, no, it's 6 o'clock and 38 seconds. I'm scheduling it for 6 o'clock and 0 seconds. Maybe, I should be able to do it.
It could be on Pacific time.
Well, no, they were, but I was perfectly timed for when I could do it. Oh, thank you.
Well, protein. I need protein. So how many grams of protein is in one cricket? Because you're supposed to have 1 gram per body weight.
I can't answer that.
Oh, okay.
I can't answer so many questions. I can't answer to that. Chocolate covered crickets.
Michael Kors. Ooh.
Slim fat. Trust me, I don't know.
Exactly.
Somebody bought a bunch of stuff for me on a multi-order. You marked this item as what is it? You marked this item as payment received. Like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. You did. You are eBay. You marked it as payment received.
Oh, that's great.
This one was great. So we have a video coming up about Universal Monsters, top 10 Universal Monsters. It'll be out in about 2 weeks, I believe. I had a lot of fun doing it. I have a lot of fun with the top 10 videos. If you haven't checked those out, they're definitely some of our best videos, I think. So there was a $1,500, spoiler alert, $1,500 Funko prototype of Universal Monsters. So I clicked on it.
Yeah.
This item is out of stock, but you may be interested in this item. It was a $15 Frankenstein. I'm like, no. If I'm searching on a $1,500 prototype, I don't want the $15 common Frankenstein. $1,500, $15, 2 completely different collector bases. Crazy. It's like, here I am. I'm searching on a Mickey Mantle rookie. Well, you might be interested in a 6-year Aaron Judge. Well, yeah, you're right. I am. No, that's not how it works. And then we had a huge camera glitch. We had a couple of them. In fact, had one today just before. Somehow or other, when we updated the camera, the Sony camera over here, it screwed up the OBS. So then it was literally showing from like here over my head. That was it. And I'm calling him. He's like, I'm at work. I'm like, you can't leave work? He's like, no, I can't leave work.
Sounds like my wife.
Like, what do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't leave work? You got to come over here and help me with this. Look for shrink to fit or fit to shrink screen or something like that. And I'm like, well, I finally found it, took care of it.
Fat to shrink.
Exactly. Thank you. Finally took care of it, but I'll tell you right now, I was stressing over that. So then today, right before you came over, I had another problem because it was happening on the Bolo videos as well. So I was stressing, and so he had to end up doing Messenger and telling me what to click and all that stuff. I was stressing like you wouldn't believe. Don't know if it's for everyone. Oh, hello again. But for me, offers have been extended to 4 days, so it looks like you have sent out double the offers now. Wow. No, I did not. I'll have to watch that. I didn't know that. And I want to thank Flip and Roo, who's a member. I was having a problem where my Whatnot auctions were looking like I was max headroom. Turns out it was a problem with the pixel, but they did update it. And she actually did reach out to Whatnot and tell them that I was having the problem, and they actually watched my stream and took care of it for me as well. Exclusively.
The shape of your head's like the opposite of max headroom, in case you're wondering.
I was curious about that. I woke up this morning and said, wonder what I look like compared to max headroom. Thank you for answering that. I had to pay for something or other overseas purchase, and I have it set up on eBay where I use my saved funds. You can't use your saved funds for an overseas purchase. You have to use a credit card or you have to use PayPal.
These rules,
No idea why. But yep, you can't do that. And a subscriber reached out to me. They were trying to send offers out to buyers. It has to be more than 7%. Their offer to buyer, offer to watcher. Okay. It has to be more than 7%.
Yeah.
Then they tried to do a 14% offer. They got an error that it has to be lower than 13.1%.
What the heck? Oh, these AIs are killing me.
But I tried it with 20%. I didn't actually set it out, but I filled in 20%, and it wasn't giving me any problem whatsoever. Yeah. So for some reason or other, they're having a problem where they had to do under 14.1.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what's going on over there. All right, item of the week this week.
When are we going to do the new segment?
Which one is that?
We did it last week, but we never titled it. Help Mr. Magazine out. So everyone helped me out last week with these belt buckles. And we called eBay, and they said we can do it, yada, yada, yada. Just got to say the repro vintage.
Help Mr. Magazine segment will take up most of the show. You are in need of extreme help.
So here's my question. I asked Paper Goy. He didn't really know. He had some good advice, but didn't know for sure. So for Whatnot, obviously, we're selling 33 RPM records. I forgot that I have this big stash of probably 50, 60, or 70 underground bootleg records that you can't sell on eBay, even though people get away with selling them, but some really good stuff. I didn't know if that's an issue or whatnot. Should I trickle them in, or is it okay to sell them there? Any help would be greatly appreciated.
And if nobody knows, or if anybody knows, you can always reach out to us if you're watching us on the replay, and let me know.
I can't wait till next week. Help Mr. Magazine. What do you think it'll be?
At some point we have to help Paper Goy. All right, so this is the item of the week.
Okay.
Doesn't look like much, does it, Mr. Magazine?
I see Mr. Weed. Is that what it says?
It does say Mr. Weed.
Okay.
So last week we talked about the person that had the entire collection of DC Comics.
Oh, yeah.
This is a coverless version of New Comics #1, the second DC comic ever.
Wow.
And the first one in standard size. New Comics then became New Adventure Comics, which then became Adventure Comics.
Wow.
You may have heard of Adventure Comics from DC. This is the #1 issue. Unfortunately, it is coverless.
When did you get this, and how long have you had it?
I've had it for about 3 weeks, maybe a month.
It was perfect timing.
It was actually hiding out in a lot on Heritage. They didn't even feature this.
Wow.
It was hiding out in a lot with 3 or 4 other Sheldon Mayer. He did some of the artwork in it with 3 or 4 other Sheldon Mayer items. And it was just hiding out there. And I saw that and I said, I absolutely have to have this. It fits perfectly into the things that I collect.
Yeah.
Second DC comic. Very, very cool.
Coverless comics.
Only coverless copies of the second DC comic ever. So, again, you absolutely never know what you can find when you're out there. And sometimes the coverless stuff is good. And this happens to be one of those. So now I figured I would start collecting all the DC comics, and I'll start with the second comic.
Yeah.
So pretty cool item, I thought.
I like it. What's it worth?
Covered ones go for several $1,000s. I mean, coverless, it's got to be
$500.
Yeah, $400 or $500.
Wow,
I paid $80 for that with some other things because again, Heritage hid it. It was hidden in a lot. I don't know why they did that.
That's why it's worth still viewing Heritage.
Yep. Sometimes you find something or other. So that's pretty cool. Insulting offer of the week.
I didn't have very many, did I?
No, you got a few.
Okay. Good.
Spider-Man Web of Steel on card, $21. They offered you 10. What did that go for new? Probably 5, 6, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So with inflation, you're talking $10 now.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, even new figures nowadays are 20 or more.
You had, and this is something other I almost should buy from you because I think you might be able to sell it somewhere else in a different category. You had H.G. Randall lacrosse player trade card for $14.25. You got offered $1. Now, that's from the 1890s.
Yeah.
Offered $1.
Yeah.
I even get $3 over on Whatnot for
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
But I wonder if that wouldn't sell better if you listed it in the sports area.
Yeah, we could try it out.
I had American Home Arts magazine, April 1958, which the American Home Arts, they're larger size magazines.
Yeah.
I wanted $28.22 with free shipping. I got a $5 offer, which is not even enough to cover the shipping.
Crazy.
That was somebody or other, though, that had about 4 positives or something. So I don't get too upset at people like that because they don't know what they're doing. Then this one is great. I had original comic strip art from Small Society. Okay.
Yeah.
And hit the like button. There you go. And so it's one of a kind from August 13th, 1984. I'm asking $64.24 on it. Guy offers me $20. I turn it down.
Yeah.
He goes, it's in really bad shape. I responded to him, it's literally one of a kind. You're not going to find a better conditioned one.
Yeah.
It's the only one that exists. I don't know. And he's like, in that condition, it takes down the value. It's the only one. There are no other ones.
I would say just go buy another one elsewhere. Thank you.
Exactly. It's the only one. Condition doesn't matter as much on a one-of-a-kind item. It just doesn't because you're not going to find another one by definition.
The problem with lowball offers is people must be accepting lowball offers. Why would these people continue to make them? I mean, some guys got to be desperate, or they paid $1 for it and it's worth 60. They don't mind selling it for 15 or 20 because you're still making money. But that's not us.
No, not at all. And again, I was going round and round with the guy. I didn't block him, but I really should. Because again, you can tell me all day long it's not in great shape. I'll tell you all day long, you will never find another one because it's one of a kind.
Who did I want you to block today? Who's annoying about something?
There are a couple of different people. I don't remember. I'll try to remember. Yeah. We had some nice customer issues this week. A guy on Amazon ordered an item from Mr. Magazine. Tracking per Amazon says that the post office updated the address. He was yelling, no, it didn't. It doesn't say that, because he was looking on the post office tracking.
Yeah.
But no, if you look on the Amazon tracking, it literally says Amazon updated address.
Was it international?
No, it was U.S. Okay. But it literally said they updated the address. If someone continues to make low offers, try telling them to cut it out. They don't listen. I'm letting them waste their 4 offers per list, and quite entertaining.
I do that too. Yeah, I just ignore it. Yeah, exactly.
People feel entitled to whatever price they want to set. I'm getting 50% less offers on items and sale for 20% off. That's killer.
Welcome to my world. Yeah,
that's killer. This one is great. Mr. Magazine sold, and you need to listen real quickly, Mr. Magazine. I know you don't like to listen.
Yep.
September 2001. Harper's Bazaar. They commented, "Good evening. I received my package today, and upon opening, it's incredibly small." We'll just let that hang out there for a minute. We're a family show. For any normal size magazine, especially for a March issue, why is this? So why is his March issue of Harper's Bazaar so small when he bought the September issue?
I don't know what's going on. I can't answer for people, but less pages. Some have less pages.
Yeah, but he's yelling about the March issue being small when he bought the September one.
So he said he commented back. He goes, so that's really it? That's a real magazine? I go, I showed the picture You got what's pictured.
This is the real magazine. You're
exactly,
not making your own magazine up in your basement.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's
Why would
free
I?
without doing the work of finding a free pile? That's well put, Jackass. Well put.
Exactly.
My postcards on a best offer. I'm not negotiating a $5-6 car freight free ship.
Exactly.
I was going to read that again because it made me laugh. I received my package today, and upon opening, it's incredibly small. That sounds like a personal issue. Oh, there were a couple of other. I put stuff here in the wrong spot. There we are. Nope. I guess I didn't. So those were kind of crazy. So we're going to kind of get on to. Yeah, there was the other one. So I sold to this gentleman a yearbook, and he emailed 2 days later. I won't pay for the extra shipping cost you stuck me with. I cancel the order.
Is there a handling fee or a tax?
Might be tax. That's what I thought it might be. I just ended up blocking him. Yeah, sometimes. But that's all I can think of is it had to be tax because it's like my shipping is listed right on the item. I don't know. Delivered customer says he doesn't have it. I tell him, don't worry. I'm not going to $25 refund you. They lost or accuse me of ripping them off and being cheap. Jeez.
So this is what I do. A lot of times the post office scans deliveries. So I'll say, you'll probably get it tomorrow. And then I'll just say, hey, I talked to my post office, and I make this up entirely because it's believable. I talked to my post office, and they said, talk to your post office, who are the ones that delivered it. I go, if you don't have their number, give it to me, and I'll call them for you. Because it puts them in a position like, once you get their number, you might as well call them yourself, and 99 out of 100 times they get the item the next day.
Yeah. I received my package today, and upon opening, it's incredibly small.
You know what else bothers me?
Me repeating the same joke 4 times?
No, that's actually funny. When customers contact me on a Sunday, and they'll say, my package didn't come in yet.
Is it incredibly small?
Yeah, exactly. My incredibly small package didn't come in yet. But, why are you contacting me on a Sunday? There's no mail. Contact me, wait till, Monday. This guy.
Now, how does it feel? It's how I felt last week with you.
It's good stuff. I got to do more of those shots.
I tell you. No, we can't both be out of our minds. It's not going to work too well.
That's great.
So Bo Thompson paid $700 for 700 pounds of sports cards at Goodwill.
Bo knows sports cards.
He apparently does. Apparently, he just bought out. They were palleting them out. So you pay $1 a pound for sports cards.
Nice. Okay.
In it was a Mike Trout prospect autograph card from 2009 Bowman Chrome, worth $10,000.
It used to be hundreds of thousands. I think that card was a biggie. Yeah, it was a biggie.
$10,000 card over there. 10,000. It really does. It really, really does. Yeah. Let alone incredibly small.
Small packages created a lot of atheists.
Exactly. Over on Collect, they had an article that PSA 10 checklists are valuable.
Of anything?
Well, 1975 tops, 74 tops, all the older ones.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, duh. But they were making a big deal. Who's paying all this for a checklist? So if you're trying to build a PSA 10 set, it's part of the set. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I read an article about someone said selling on eBay ruined my life. After they made $150,000 on site in a year, they apparently had an antique that they listed that was an illegal item, an 1800s pill presser.
Wow.
And they got, it got taken down. 3 days later, eBay suspended them. Even though they didn't relist it or anything like that, eBay just upon further review, we're going to suspend you.
How would you know that that's bad? And why is it bad to eBay? Why is it bad? Is someone going to be using it nowadays?
That's what their thought was.
Oh, God.
Luckily, this person had a social media presence, so they were able to get their account back because they started raising a stink about it. And eBay, upon review, you're allowed to be back on, but you can't. But anybody else wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, you don't have to look at 3 violations for that.
Well, no, they didn't. There was one time.
No, I know. But they'll kick you off if it's 3 times. I mean, you're gonna have to sell 3 more relisted by mistake. But yeah.
Well, no, they got kicked off after 1.
That's crazy.
1 sale.
Sundays in Syracuse, they have packages delivered. Yeah, but hopefully the customers don't know that. But we've never gotten any. But I know some holidays on Mondays will deliver and pick up. But still, it's crazy. Wait a day.
I almost fell for a sob story of a disabled guy on a limited budget until site. 60 things this month that were reviewed. Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought to check that up.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah, good thought, good thinking. Someone bought an item for me on a Saturday night. I got an email from her wanting to know on Sunday night why I hadn't shipped it out yet.
I get those crazies too. Weekly, I get them. Super Steve, how's it going? Oh, pill presses are a no-go. Okay, Triple J knows all about pill presses. All right.
Druggies producing their own product. What could go wrong? There you go.
Exactly.
Did you see this, Mr. Magazine? The Dowd report signed by Pete Rose, the commissioner, and Dowd himself are up for auction.
The original? Oh, we had copies. They made copies and we got those signed years ago.
Yep, the original is up for auction.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this was another problem we had. A couple of other problems. I put some stuff in the wrong spot. A couple of other customer issues. Mr. Magazine had an eBay item not received. Tracking says at the end of September, local weather delay. I have never seen tracking like that before. Have you?
No.
It literally said local weather delay in the tracking. And then this one is great. Post office are closed to customers, so shipping out is a no-go. Yep. Amazon, Mr. Magazine, a 1983 Topps baseball complete set. The person put in a return. Is anything missing? No. Do you want to return the item? Yes. Is anything broken? Yes. Could you provide more details? Item looks fine. It just doesn't work. How does a 1983 Topps set not
There
work?
was a guy said the 3 key
Yeah.
cards weren't in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was what he filled out to Amazon, that the item doesn't work.
Ooh, nice Nanette's in the house. How's it going?
And thank you for being a member, Nanette. We name checked you earlier and you missed me being a little silly tonight. But you'll watch it on the replay, hopefully. Like and subscribe. This was interesting. Amazon will now show you how many feedback you have over the last year. So it'll tell you on your dashboard your percentage.
Okay.
It'll tell you how many feedback you have over the last year.
Amazon, haven't they always done that?
Right on the dashboard.
Oh, right on the no.
Right on the dashboard,
Okay.
it'll say, mine says 100%.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Magazine,
Mhm.
I have had in the last year, roughly, here I am bragging, 1,600 sales on Amazon.
Okay.
How many feedback have I gotten?
17.
26. I get a lot of feedback.
Mhm.
But that's the problem with the Amazon feedback. One negative absolutely
Yeah,
kills you.
you. Yeah.
I've got 26 positives out of 1,600 sales.
I don't think they put a lot of value in the feedbacks though.
Obviously not.
Yeah, because I used to have a lower feedback. Now that we have so many items on, we kind of make up. We sell so many items that we get enough positives to offset a negative here and there.
But yeah,
And if you look
26 out of
over like the
1,600.
lifetime, our lifetime might be 97% down to 96, and whatever it is, 5 years, and 1 year could be 97. So
Crazy. So, Mr. Magazine, I know what you're buying with your Whatnot money every Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. pop-up shows, all about selling records, MISTER magazine. 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle is up for auction.
ooh,
That was owned by Mickey Mantle.
wow,
So,
impressive.
figured that'd
Is
be
it
one you want to
graded?
buy.
It must be.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, yeah.
Hmm.
And
You see the Will Chamberlain PSA 10 sold, the old one in existence,
what did it sell for?
2.25 million or 2.5.
Many years ago, Mr. Magazine wanted to get a LaFerrari. I told him to do so. He, of course, ignored me as he usually does.
They were $1 million when they first came out.
Sammy Hagar bought one in
Yep.
2015 for $1.4 million. Just sold it at auction for $4.25 million. So he tripled his money on that purchase. Once again, I was telling Mr. Magazine what to do. And once again, he ignores me.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Magazine has some negatives on eBay where the buyers actually uploaded pictures. Did you see those?
I did not see that.
And I know a lot of people hate the pictures, but I do have to admit that it is helpful. One of the negatives you got was you sold a sticker set for Moonraker, if I remember right, and they got all put into a soft sleeve.
I mean,
Well, he showed the picture of it.
my lister. Yeah, I know. My lister did that. Like he fanned them all out. I think they were in pages. And I said, we can't ship them in pages. They'll get destroyed. So he fanned them out, took a nice picture of it. Then he crammed them all into a big soft sleeve. Like, why would you do that?
But he actually, the negative actually showed the picture of it.
Yeah, right.
Hard to argue.
No,
Hard to
I
argue when you
agree,
see
yeah.
the picture. So
It's hard to get good help too.
I actually do like the idea of that because, again, you can own up. You can say, well, we got to talk to talk to the person about that, or if I were to get a negative with the picture,
Right.
Yeah, I can see what they're saying. I didn't notice that the first time. Vinyl, pieces of vinyl, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
Sales are down 33% this year after years of increases.
Wow.
CDs are down. Everything is down this year over here. Apparently, they're getting higher price because of the cost of goods, is what the article was saying.
Okay.
That the cost of the plastic or whatever they make the vinyl out of, that's gotten more expensive, et cetera, like that. And they were also saying that people are in rough shape financially, so they're not necessarily buying, because I guess new vinyl is $50 to $60.
Well, they're not cheap. Yeah. I was in some place in the mall, and like almost everything was $50. There were some $30 ones, but most of them were $50. I mean, that's crazy. Because you can buy the originals. Say if it's a remake of Sammy Hagar, you can buy the original for $5-10. So why are you going to pay $50 on a new one? I mean, it might sound a little better.
Well, but here's my other question.
People like the original sound.
They are? Well, not the new stuff, but yeah, the older stuff is, yeah. Well,
the new stuff might sell, but it's going to sell discounted. It won't be selling for $50.
Yeah, those were vinyl sales of new records. Flipping through, those were new records. But my thought was, which they did not mention in the article, how about maybe there aren't great new releases coming out? That could be it too.
Yeah.
Or the other side of that is, honestly, if I started buying pieces of vinyl in 2015, how many copies of Dark Side of the Moon do I need? I mean, when you get down to it, if I've been doing it for 7, 8, 10 years buying the new stuff, maybe there were no releases out that I say I absolutely need. I've already got. Yeah, I'll just hold back for right now and not buy stuff.
Yeah. Some of these musicians are opening their mouth about politics, and they're losing half their fan base, so that could be a problem too.
And Hasbro is having an auction of Power Ranger stuff.
I heard about this. They have the original costumes, right?
But the actors are upset is because they had to return their costumes and everything. And usually they get to keep stuff. So they weren't allowed to keep anything. They were real tough at the end of the shooting. Bring everything back. I'm sure
it was in contract, though. I would imagine. Because I wouldn't give it back if it didn't. It wasn't in writing. Yeah. Wow.
Hello, Carl. Welcome in. You didn't miss much except for Dave talking about some customer small package. That would be an accurate statement. Good times. Aboard Ape went for $1.43 million. But
recently.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
But last week the NFT market was down 8.78%. I
didn't even know there's still a market.
So it might be time to buy, Mr. Magazine.
Oh yeah. I'd rather have a LaFerrari.
It might be time to buy. I'm Not Fragile on 8-track cassette record DVD, and I downloaded it from Apple. Yeah. Yep. There you go. Got it everywhere. And then the Game of Thrones auction that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Magazine. 900 plus items. So, I don't know how many, 910 items, 920 items. Over at Heritage. $20 million.
Wow. Nice.
So yeah, one item, it was the throne, I believe, if I remember right.
Oh, that's cool.
Went for $1.3 million.
That's cool. That's a conversation piece. That is a conversation piece. I agree with Triple J. Those in the Disney VHS and certain Playboys.
And certain
and
Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Princess Beanie Baby. Right. Yep.
Speaking of Beanie Babies.
Yes.
About a month ago, I went to a lady's house. She had some Franklin Mint, Danbury Mint cars, maybe 5 or 10, maybe 20 die-cast total. Some Barbies, some of those big F&B dolls, and a ton of Beanie Babies and Hallmark ornaments. A lot of mishmashy stuff, nothing crazy at all. And I'm looking at it all. Her husband passed away, and it was a lot of stuff, but, she must have had 100 Beanie Babies, the earlier ones. And I'm like, what am I going to offer her that she's going to like? So I would sell the Barbies. I'd be able to sell the Hallmarks and the die-cast stuff. Maybe make $600, $700, $800, but maybe, because there was a lot of Hallmark ornaments. So I'm thinking I'm going to offer 400, maybe go to 500. So we were texting back and forth. She goes, just the Beanie Babies alone, I can get $1,500 for them. I said, good luck with that and have a nice day. But again, you're talking to an older lady that's probably looking on eBay at the Lady Diana that's $1,000 it didn't sell.
Wow. Oh, that's
those
cool.
are nice. Yeah, that's good
That's
stuff.
cool.
Yeah,
You should have asked her if she was interested in buying any Beanie Babies.
that's true. But I don't know where I would get any since I never bought any in my life.
Wow.
Cool.
All right, we're going to head on into the main topic today. Get out of that reselling funk.
Okay. Well, I'm not in a funk, so why would I discuss getting out of reselling? I mean, I'm really not. My job, well, we hired an old employee back that, knows a little about everything in the business, polling, listing, printing orders, which is a big thing for us because we have no one else to print orders for me other than me, my manager. Anyways, I have a lot of prepping to do. So now I'm pawning off some of the stuff I was doing at the warehouse, some problems and some printing I was doing to this new employee and my manager, because all I'm doing now is prepping orders. I got a guy that lists, all kinds of miscellaneous stuff, clothing and ephemera, whatever. I got another kid that lists toys and comics. I got the whatnot now. So now I'm pulling out records. So I don't have time for other stuff like that. I'm really spending hours and hours a day doing, which is great because now it's easy. They can just pump the stuff out, but as far as the reselling funk, I'm probably working harder now. And, the time that I'm there at these two locations, I'm working nonstop, but I'm getting done a little earlier so then I can do what I got to do. But as far as the funk, I'm pumping up for the Christmas season now. I'm finding toys to list. We're recycling the records and whatnot, and whatever doesn't sell on whatnot, we're putting them on Amazon because we sell a ton of records on Amazon. So, I don't have a funk. I have a prepping problem because I have a lot of stuff for my employees. Like if I took 2 weeks off, they probably still have enough stuff to list, that I have ready for them, So, but for me, I enjoy doing that because I know it's going to end up getting money back for what I'm doing and saving them time as well. But how about you?
Oh, well, let's see what Kelly and them are saying. A lot of people who got into NFTs didn't realize they had to pay taxes on their gains.
Well, I think Trump is going to make a new policy where you don't have to pay taxes on that.
On NFTs?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That'll help 4 people. Still a thing. I don't hear much about them now. Yeah, well, the market's
invisible
down.
artwork still a thing? I mean, hopefully, because I'd rather buy that than an NFT, to be honest with you.
So if you have a story, the government screwing them over by forcing them to pay taxes, the nerve. That's absolutely true.
Well, taxes are, 20-30% is good. When you get into 50, 60, 70.
We've been using the LIFO method so I can clean the newest halls. Been listing like crazy. Yeah.
Good. There you go.
Well, it's getting to be that time of year. It's getting the days are getting a little bit shorter. It's gloomy out there. It was raining again today. It was raining a couple of days ago. It just nasty out there. And, it's just one of those things where you just don't feel it. You get up in the morning and it's dark. And
I hate the weather now. I was telling someone in the laundromat, I hate this weather because it's cold, damp, it's rainy. I'm not in the mood to do anything. But yet when it's snowing and cold and icy, I wish I had this weather. So.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. But I have had multiple subscribers reach out to me with comments about their sales. And every one of them said the same thing, Mr. Magazine. They were having poor sales.
Mm-hmm.
And every one of them said, I thought it's the fourth quarter. And I think what we all need to remember is there isn't a magic switch. It isn't a switch that's on or off. It's not like September 30th, you sell 4 items.
Yeah.
You flip the switch, and October 1st, we're in fourth quarter, you're selling 40 items.
Right.
And I think that a lot of people have this expectation that because we're in fourth quarter, things are supposed to be flying off the shelves. Yeah. And let's leave the pandemic years out of it because those were
you can't gauge that. Yeah.
No. Every other year, leaving those out, things are slower. I mean, they might be a little better than they were in September, but they're still slower till mid-November to late November. Sure. They just are. And this year is back to the historic norm. But I think a lot of people, because whether they got spoiled by the pandemic or whether they think, well, this fourth quarter sales are supposed to be great. Everybody's always talking about fourth quarter sales. Whatever the reason, I think a lot of people are in funk because the sales aren't there for what they expect them to be.
Well, I tell people and listers, it goes with anything in life. I tell my son, but I tell people for listing, I would be listing my butt off right now because one, not everyone's doing it. So you have an advantage over someone selling the same type of stuff. If they're in a funk, and they're selling Time magazines. You're like, oh, I'm not gonna list these this week. Well, you list the Time magazines and you sell them. You know, my kid's working out for football and something. Like, you want to know why you're doing this extra workout? Because no one else is doing it. You got to stay ahead of everyone, you know, and be competitive, and that's what I do.
You're right, Kelly. I do believe that as well.
That is absolutely true, for sure. But stocks are soaring now, which is weird, but you know,
big storms, a lot going on. Yeah,
true,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, I read a book many years ago from a self-help guru.
Good Night Moon.
I read another book. This one was from a self-help guru, who I ended up. This was the best, and we were talking today a little bit about it with a couple of subscribers. It's great because you can almost rent the things. You read the book and then you sell it. You buy it for $1 or $2. You read it, you sell it for $10.
True.
You read it, you got the information out of it, and you moved it on. Yeah. So, with the aftermath of hurricanes, tornadoes. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Very true.
But he kind of tied right in. He said, it's 5 o'clock in the evening. Remember, one of your competitors is still working.
Yeah.
So you got to be the last guy working.
It's 5 o'clock in the evening somewhere.
Yes, it is. So it's 7 o'clock. One of your competitors is still working.
Yeah.
You got to be the one that they sit there and realize that you're still working.
At the very least, if your stuff isn't selling now, guess what? You just pumped out hundreds or thousands of listings, more than you normally would for the Christmas season anyway. So it can't hurt.
No, right.
You bought the stuff to list them, so you might as well pound out and list them now instead of like taking a week off.
That's true. And that is what you tend to do. Now, obviously, don't beat your head against the wall. Do go for a walk. Do whatever. If you do have to take a day off, do take a day off, a mental health day. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just don't let that mental health day become a mental health week, which becomes a mental health month. Right. Because that's the thing. It's easy to walk away. It's hard to get back into it. So just force yourself to do what you got to do. The people over on Whatnot know that I was not feeling well today. I've got some sinus thing going on with the weather. I haven't read that yet. So. Lewis. Yep. And I laid down some today and I had to take medicine. I just did not feel well. I made sure that I met my quota on eBay first. I did what I had to do first.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, now I can get some rest that I absolutely need. And I feel a lot better now than I did. Mm-hmm. But again, do what you got to do it, get it out of the way. It would have been so easy for me to say, oh, I could skip a day. What difference does it make if I list on eBay or not? I've got 26,000 items up. If I don't make quota today, who cares? No, I said I got to make quota. Then I'm going to lay down. Right. I did what I had to do first. That's what we were doing sometimes. It's nice to just talk to other sellers. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's one thing. And I know some people don't agree with this. There are people.
I know you're going to say break out with the Rocky IV soundtrack, because that really does work if you want to get pumped up and psyched up. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good songs on there to get you out of any funk.
There you go.
Go ahead.
The other thing I was going to say is there are some sellers out there who say they don't like
you.
There are many sellers that say that. Yes.
I love this word game.
But that when you get down into it, that, oh, I'm doing bad, you get pulled down into a funk. I look at it differently. And don't anybody take this the wrong way. I like to know that you're doing bad when I'm doing bad. And not because I wish bad upon you, but because then I say, it's not a me, it's an eBay thing, or it's an economy thing, or it's some other thing. Whereas if every single person here goes, record-breaking sales, and then I look and I'm like, I sold 3 items.
Well, I want to thank you too for when I was younger, 10, 15 years ago, I didn't have the competitive mindset, the successful mindset, and the goals that I have today. And he did push me. A lot of times I would say, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like doing this. And his response would be, wah, wah. So it really did push me, and it made me the person that I am today. So thank you very much for that, buddy.
You know what I miss? My hearing. Welcome, AJ.
You didn't see that coming, huh?
No, I did not. I'm basically out of money. Congress is on vacation. We close them anyway if elected. Yeah, you never know. You never know on that as well. Scheduled listings are a great way to make them days you can't do as much. Yep, and I'm at about 300 scheduled. So, yep, I definitely do the schedule as well, definitely.
Awesome. AJ's in the house. How's it going?
Yep. Small Business Administration doing hurricane loans. Yep, absolutely.
All right.
That really hurt my ears. But yeah, so get out of that funk. Like Mr. Magazine said, happy days are here again soon enough. It's all going to turn around. Historically, it all turns around mid-November. We can't look at 2020, 2021. We cannot look at those years as being normal. Those were just crazy years where everybody's sales went through the roof. We're not going back to those days anytime soon. If your sales do get there, it's because you picked up some really, really good stuff, or you've listed a lot of stuff to make up for it. But the days when things are just, you put anything up, it's selling. That's almost like pining for 1997 and 1998 eBay. It's not coming back. Right. When you could put up a Life magazine with no picture and get $25 out of it, that's not coming back.
Right.
It's not happening. So come on, get out of the funk. I know the weather's not great. I know it's dark out. We're going to have our first frost tonight potentially.
Wow.
Which means we won't have to mow the lawn again.
It's supposed to get warm.
Is
this
it?
Weekend? Yeah, like 70s.
Wow. We're supposed to have a frost. So, the clock's changing back sometime soon. We're falling back.
I'd like to have a frosty. I'm craving a frosty.
There you are. So just pull yourself out of that funk and just keep at it. And we're in fourth quarter, but again, it's not a magical switch is what it comes down to. So hopefully it helps you a little bit.
Think of it as a quarter 3.5.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. For once, you actually said something sensible. I refuse to mow the lawn. I may regret that in the spring. Yeah, I'm done mowing the lawn as well this year.
I want to see videos of that.
How do you make an offer on something that's overpriced? $20 item, they want $80. There's no way it's going to sell at that price. No, I would not make that offer either. I really wouldn't. Although I may have shared this in the past. There was a guy back in the day that his entire strategy was he would have a May 23rd, 1995 Sports Illustrated with Latrell Sprewell on the cover. I don't know if Latrell Sprewell was out at the time or not.
And he choked out his coach.
Had Latrell Sprewell on the cover. And he'd ask $895 on it, or best offer. And then in it, he'd say, no, I'm obviously ridiculous on that offer. I just needed you to look at it, make me a reasonable offer, and we'll consummate the deal.
There you go. All right.
And so he did that as a way to get people into the thing. And it may have actually helped them a little bit too, because people might have looked at it and gone, well, he's asking, other people are asking 10 off from 15 on it, whatever. So it may actually have helped them. I don't know if he's still around. I've not seen his stuff recently, but that was his business plan years ago, which I thought was a kind of an interesting way to do it. I wouldn't do that, but that was the way that he did things back in the day. And he made sales. Yeah, that could be too. That could absolutely be true. There are people out there that do that as well. All right, we're going to head on into the rambling story of the week. A couple of different things this week. So I had to have the smart meter put in on my gas meter, done by a contractor of RG&E. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I had to have the gas meter inspected. And I suggested that they contact me before they come out. And they said we do not have the mechanism to do that. I actually got a text.
Wow.
We will be there within the hour. So apparently.
A specific hour or just any hour?
No, within the hour. Yeah, whatever hour we were in.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Kohl's does the same thing.
So apparently they have found the mechanism. Apparently my coming on here pointing out that they could get text or emails has worked, and they did so. So the other day Monday, I was putting up a whole bunch of whatnot auctions, and I put them up in the kitchen usually. So I'm standing there in the kitchen, and I don't know if you remember that or not, but it was a really, really windy day and everything, rainy, nasty Monday. And I'm standing there putting things up. All of a sudden, I heard this awful noise. And then I was waiting for you to say something.
Well, you were talking.
Yeah, so thank you. I was waiting to see what joke you'd have.
There you go.
I heard this awful noise, and suddenly I saw this. It sounded
baby.
like.
Was it a baby? Because you're holding a
little
puppy.
You know the sound that, like, if I took the tires off your car and you went driving down the street just on the rims.
Yeah, that wouldn't sound good.
Kind of a sound like that, and like this huge. It was almost like a white light explosion kind of deal.
Sparking light?
Like an explosion.
Oh, jeez.
I said, what the heck? And I'm looking outside trying to figure out what the heck went on. And I was waiting to hear like a crash or something because I'm like, did somebody car go out of control or what happened? Nothing.
Was it a St. Bernard going potty on your lawn?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Cars keep coming down. So I'm going, I don't know what that was. That was really, really weird. About 2 minutes later, a truck pulls up, goes sideways in the street.
Okay.
A couple of minutes later, a police car comes, goes sideways in the street.
All right.
They then put they rope off the street. A couple of minutes later, the fire department shows up.
Before right up here?
Right at the corner. Fire truck shows up.
So if you have to go somewhere, you got to go that way.
I would have been able to make it out, but
Okay.
if I had to go north, I couldn't.
Gotcha.
Yep. A fire truck shows up. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Can't figure it out. About 15 minutes later, an RG&E truck shows up. Said, a wire went down.
It's all your fault.
Yes.
For messing with you.
Well, I laughed because it's like, ha, my power's still on. You got the wrong block. Ha. So yeah, a wire went down, and then a while later, Spectrum came and they hooked everything back up. The wire went back up. They were actually able to get everything back up within about an hour.
Wow. That's
So
impressive.
I went Monday night, or Tuesday morning, I guess it was. I had some books I needed to donate to the little library, which is just down the street.
Yeah.
Walk down the street, exactly, Saturday at the Flap House, exactly. Gigantic tree, the size of which I've never seen, was fallen. The tree had fallen down.
Sequoia?
Yeah.
Red oak?
I don't know what kind.
Oh, well, you said you never seen it before.
The tree had fallen down and had taken out the wires.
Jeez.
And so that's what I heard was the tree falling,
Yeah.
the wire hitting the ground, and the sparks off of that. I can't believe people were still driving by on the road.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, when you see down power lines, don't drive by them.
Yeah.
Don't drive by them. Public service announcement of the day. Do not drive around. You see down power lines, get away.
Yeah, for sure.
Do not walk up and go, is this somebody's?
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. So that was our fun little thing there.
Some
And
good stuff.
now I know what the sound that a falling tree makes. My question was, if I hadn't been there, would it have made a sound? Deep.
Like if you were in the woods doing.
Exactly.
Got
With
it.
the bear and the Pope.
Yeah.
Exactly. It happens a lot. All right, everybody. Fun show tonight, as always. Hit the like button if you could. Mr. Magazine, why don't you plug your whatnot shows?
We're doing a pop-up tomorrow from 6 to 8, but I haven't decided. Should we do? I'm thinking the comics.
Okay.
Because we can keep comics for Thursday now. If my
There you
guy's
go.
going to do Thursday. And then Saturday, Sunday, 8 till 12 will be 33 RPM. Vinyl
Wait till I start
records.
giving you comics to sell.
And we're probably going to have some underground bootleg records trickled in through those if anyone's interested. Some good titles, Beatles, etc.
And what are you over on whatnot again?
Mr. Magazine, Mister Magazine.
Nice.
Thank you.
And
How about you, of course.
Oh, of course. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. books, 10 a.m. Eastern on Friday. Junk journal auction should be a lot of fun. A lot of big lots if you like big lots, which is going out of business.
They're shutting down a lot of them. Yeah.
And next week, if you like Halloween, you got to stop by my shows. I got Halloween stuff next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, Halloween. Stop by for that. Some great stuff. It's all priced at $3. You are going to be getting some incredible deals over there.
Cool. Sounds
So
good.
stop on by. Yeah, I think that was from that. Is it Bear Catholic? Exactly, Jeff. See, Jeff gets my bad jokes. All right, hit the like button. We'll see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.